heard that Notion works really well for an ADHDer, but you might be thinking, does it work for me? Well, that question is a question I get asked all the time. Probably my most number one asked question is, will Notion work for me? And that's what I'm going to be answering in today's video. In addition, I'm going to be sharing with you my brand new framework that I'm so excited about that is called the Frankenstein framework. This is going to be a huge part of the book that I'm writing, and I'm so excited to introduce it to you in this video for the very first time. This is a framework that I created to help you make decisions about how you want to structure your productivity system. What I've learned over the years is that we're always taught somebody else's system and we are just assumed that we have to make it work for ourselves. But what I've learned from all of my ADHD clients and all the people I've talked to is they'll start with somebody's system, but then they kind of Frankenstein it, or they add pieces from other parts of different systems together into their own. So a lot of times when we're in school, we're not taught how to create a productivity system for ourselves. And that's what I'm here to do for you, is to teach you how to even think about a productivity system that you can customize for yourself. So we're gonna walk through every single letter of the Frankenstein framework acronym, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that. Before I get started, just want to let you know, we have some big updates on my website. If you haven't been to my Notion website recently, completely redone, and I have really gone the acronym route. My entire site is now organized by an acronym, as well as my entire course. There's so much to learn. So if you want to go to notion.jenredfield.com, you can find all of our templates, courses, all the things right there for you. Now, if you didn't know, I started using Notion 3 years ago as an ADHDer because I needed an all-in-one system that helped me organize my life. And I have now helped thousands of people use Notion as well. So Notion is a very, very, very customizable tool, which can be both good and bad. It's kind of a choose your own adventure. I always say it's one of those books where you're reading and you kind of just pick whatever you want. However, that comes with some negatives as well. The first being that there's almost too many options and you get information overwhelm or analysis paralysis. So that can be a little bit challenging, especially if you don't know how to use Notion. Notion in of itself is a little bit challenging to use when you first start because there's so many things to learn. However, once you master Notion, you are unstoppable. That's how I feel, is I feel like I can make anything with Notion. And that is such a powerful feeling, is I don't feel overwhelmed anymore. It will take some time for you to get to that point, but once you do, you're gonna be able to master it and harness it to the best of your abilities. So let's talk a little bit about Notion and kind of what it is and what it's not. Because I think a lot of people come to me, they're like, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And like 50 to 75% of the time, yes, it can. But then there's times where I'm like, yeah, it doesn't do that. So one of the things I always tell people is try to use as minimal amount of tools as possible. Like, don't use 8 different apps to do one thing, right? You're trying to build a system with as few of apps as possible. So I have, for example, the software that I use for my website is also my email marketing software. It's also my CRM. I have found an all-in-one tool for me, which is why I also like Notion, because it has so many things that you wouldn't even think about. The new launch of Notion Calendar has made it part of my calendar app as well. It has made so much of my life easier. Again, I have a whole video on how I stopped using Google Drive because I put everything in Notion. So I have really minimized the number of apps that I use because I use Notion now. So the first step of my Frankenstein system is called foundations. This is figuring out exactly what type of system you need for yourself. Do you need something customizable? Do you need something that has structure? Do you prefer an analog system or do you want digital? These are the very, very basic questions. When I first started going on my productivity journey, I bought planners. I bought iPad digital templates, and none of those worked for me. I needed something that I could type on because I don't like handwriting. There's lots of things that I have learned about myself. So for you, the first step of this journey is to ask yourself, how best do you work? Do you like writing things down or do you prefer typing them out? Do you like seeing things visually or would you rather have more automation? This is a foundational question to ask yourself that you probably never even thought of before. You know, close your eyes for a second and just think about, when do I feel the most productive? Is it when I'm writing on a big wall calendar? Do I like to see things visually? Foundationally, what do you like? Because that is going to be the first step of choosing a system that works for you. Okay, step 2 is resources. Where do you keep all of the information that you have now? What is your current system? Do you have lists? Do you have databases? Do you have spreadsheets? Do you have calendars? Where are you storing your information? Do you have a list? Do you have apps that you use? What is like your current system, and figuring out where are the resources that you want to put into Notion? Because to me, Notion is very much a resource database. It's where I store my second brain. It's where I store all the information that I've ever gathered in my entire life. I am very much somebody who collects information. So for me, when I found Notion, that works so well for my brain, because I'm like, I have so much input. That's actually one of my top 5 strengths on Strength Finders is input. I'm like, I have so much input. Now I just have to copy paste it into Notion, organize it in a way that makes sense to me. So step 2 of the Frankenstein framework is resources. Okay, step 3, and this is one of the most important steps of the Frankenstein framework, adaptation. When you get somebody else's system, are you able to customize it to how it works for you? A lot of times, for example, I'll give some examples of this, the Getting Things Done framework or Thomas Frank's framework. If you download somebody else's Notion template and you're just staring at it like, what do I do with this? That usually means that you need to adapt it to your own brain, because the way that Thomas Frank works or the way that David Allen works is not the way that I work. First of all, I'm a woman, so I have a lot more needs than they do in certain aspects. For example, I put a menstrual tracker in my Notion template because I'm like, guys, my energy levels change throughout the month. And those guys don't have to worry about that. I do. So for me, having something that is adaptable to how I work is so important. If it is so firmly structured in how it's set up in somebody else's system and you can't adapt it, you're not going to use it, which is the most important element of this whole thing. Also, are you willing to commit to a long-term strategy for yourself? Are you able to commit to adapting Notion to work for you? I have heard from a lot of people that they don't have the time or the energy or the willingness to even think about this stuff. And I'm like, then Notion might not be for you. For me, Notion is really for people that really want to use, like they really want to have a system that works for them. They really want to spend the time to understand how their brain works and how they best use Notion. And people have created amazing systems. I'm a Notion ambassador and I've seen some other people's tools and I'm like, wow, they have really customized it for themselves. But that is not going to be overnight, and that is going to take potentially years for you to understand how your productivity system works for yourself. Okay, so the N is navigation. Now this has to do with things like using other tools alongside of Notion, whether it's automating things into Notion or switching between different tools. This is something that happens to all of us. We are constantly switching between different tasks, different windows on our computer. Navigating everything within Notion is going to be a huge factor for you. This is something also with how it looks. You know, are you trying to make it as few clicks as possible, or are you trying to have as much information as possible? These are all decisions that you need to make before you get started with Notion. Is what is my end goal for using Notion? Is it to be more productive? Is it to feel more productive? Because a lot of times, a lot of people want to feel more productive versus actually be productive. Are you getting things done, or are you wasting your time? I will say, Notion can be a time suck, so just know that going into it. Okay, I like to call this the Kanban versus calendar section, which is basically choosing the view. There are now 7 different views on Notion, including the brand new charts feature, if you have the Pro account. There is so many ways to view information and stuff in your databases. For me, what I have found is that it depends on what it is. For example, when I'm looking at all of my grocery items, I like to see that in list view, but when I'm looking at my CRM, I prefer either Kanban or calendar view. So for me, it really depends on the database, what I like to see. Does the ability to switch between overwhelm you? Do you lose track of things? One of my biggest ADHD struggle is remembering things. If it's out of sight, it's truly out of mind and I completely forget something exists. With Notion, that can happen sometimes, which is why I like to have a dashboard that has all the most important things right there so I can see it. Otherwise, again, I will forget it. For you, as somebody potentially with ADHD, is that a problem? And what is the best solution for you? Do you like to have things pop up? Do you like to have reminders? How are you sort of categorizing things and how are you wanting to organize? A lot of times we don't know. We're like, well, I don't know. You just don't right away. I think it takes using and practicing and figuring out, okay, I don't like this view. For example, my to-do list, I constantly switch between different views because I'm like, I can't see everything. There's so many things on my list. Would I rather see it in a calendar? Would I rather see it in Kanban? I think the nice thing about Notion is you're able to switch back and forth. Other apps, not so much. It's like, this is what you get. With Notion, it's very much you can choose. And it does take some time for you to understand how your brain works. Okay, so the next letter in Frankenstein is experimentation and productivity. What this stands for is, are you willing to spend the time to experiment and figure out what works for you? Just like with Frankenstein, they put a bunch of different pieces, which is kind of gross, of people's body parts to make Frankenstein. And they, a different leg, a different arm. For you with Notion, think of it like Frankenstein and think, okay, well, what systems can I use, can I bring in from other people's tools that work for me? For example, my 13 pillar system is a Frankenstein version of August Bradley's PPV. So I have taken some bones, some bare bones, literally bones, of somebody else's system and kind of Frankensteined it for myself. This system, this Frankenstein system, is completely 100% mine. I made this up myself. So for me, I am creating something new, which is different. I'm basically giving birth to something versus Frankensteining somebody else's tool. So for you, when you first get started, you're probably gonna have to Frankenstein it. You're gonna have to take from other people's system and really understand, okay, what parts of that system works for me and what doesn't. I have a friend, as an example, who took my 13 pillars and she's like, I really like parts of your 13 pillars, but I wanna make it my own. And I'm like, that's so cool. I thought that was such a great tool and a great way for her to Frankenstein her own system for her brain. So again, E is experimenting and figuring out, are you willing to experiment to figure out what works for you? Okay, N for the Frankenstein system is note-taking. So if you didn't know, Notion is a great note-taking tool. Versus a lot of the other project management tools out there, Notion is really made for writing. There's a lot of space. It's used almost as a Word document that you can write as much as you want. So when you're creating notes, understanding how you take notes. I'm a big screenshotter, so what I do is I like to put it first into Google Photos, then I could copy and paste it into Notion, or maybe if you're reading a book and you're taking notes, what do you write? How do you note take? A really great resource for this is the book Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte. He talks a lot about what you should actually save when you're taking notes, and I would really default to him for this specific topic. Note taking is something that we all struggle with. If you look at my Apple Notes, it's just random words. I'm very much like, I don't always think linearly, so sometimes I'll just throw out a random word that like sticks with me. Stickiness is very important for me, which is why, again, I've moved more towards an acronym in my business, is I want people to remember the acronyms. And as I start teaching this Frankenstein framework, I'm really excited for people to remember this as well. Okay, so the S and the T of Frankenstein is syncing and templates. So one of the things that's really cool about templates and syncing is using other people's templates within Notion is a really powerful way to start. This is a great way to start having all of your tools talk to each other. So whether it's within databases or using somebody's template and then merging it in with your own, this is how I got started with Notion. It's like bits and pieces. I really liked this person's thing. I liked my thing. I created this custom. Everything to me within Notion is customizable. And in fact, it should be custom to you. This is a little bit tricky when you work on a team because every team member works a little differently. So you might have group boards that are maybe a database that is maybe a templated version that everyone kind of uses together. But if you're working on your own, you can kind of customize it however you work. So for me, I like to use templates as a starting point, but I would never, ever, ever just take a template and use it like verbatim or whatever. I don't know what the term would be, like exactly as is. I would then customize it from there. That's what I always tell people with my template is it's a starting point, it's not an end point. It is really a way to see different options for how you want to visualize things, but it is not the end all be all of how you need it to be set up for yourself. In fact, if you set it up exactly how it is, I really think that you're not really using it effectively. Okay, so the E and the I in the Frankenstein framework are evaluation and implementation. So the question is, can you maintain consistency in updating and keeping track of your system? This is truly the biggest thing that I think is important within Notion is is this something that I can like actually use? Because if you use it once and you forget about it, it's not helpful. You have to constantly be going back and updating and changing and evaluating, is this working for me? Is it not? How do I tweak it? Implementing the changes. I don't know about you, but as an ADHDer, actually implementing things is one of the hardest steps. Taking that action item, taking that next step is, okay, I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. It's sitting there. Can I actually change it? Or can I iterate and make it better? That is really the biggest part of this whole thing. And that's something that you have to decide for yourself. Do I have the capacity, the bandwidth to be able to keep this and maintain this updated? If not, you just don't. And I don't think there's any guilt or shame that should be attributed to you for doing that. I think you have to know what your bandwidth is before you even get started on this process. Is this something that you're going to be able to be updating consistently? And if not, is that okay? Like, you need to know your own limits, and I think that Notion is going to help you understand if you are able to do so or not. For example, I don't use it every day. Like, I don't use every single database every day. So then sometimes it'll back up over time, and then I'm like, okay, I got to go through and update that. Is that worth my time? I don't know. I'm still figuring that out. To me it is, but for some people it's not. Okay, and then the final letter N is novelty. I think that this is a great word, especially for ADHDers, is getting new things into Notion. Novelty is, to me, one of the biggest factors of Notion. They are constantly coming out with new features. And for you, it's getting you excited about Notion again. Being novel with the new features that are coming out, with creating a new system or creating a new database. For example, me turning my entire business into an acronym was so exciting and novel for me that I was so pumped up. I got so excited and I was like, this was new and exciting, but now it's something that I can now use in my business. And maybe in a month from now, I'll come up with something else that's new and exciting. Making Notion novel and making it exciting and something that you want to do is really important. This whole Frankenstein model isn't just for Notion. This is for every part of your life. This is for Google Calendar. This is for your email. This is for every system or productivity tool that you use. This can be applied across multiple platforms. Just like my 13 pillars, which can be used in Notion, but also email, notes, that sort of thing. This framework is for you to really start to think, because a lot of times we are just on autopilot all the time. We're just like, do system, do productivity. We don't really take a step back and think of all these questions of, which one would I rather do? How does my brain work? We are not taught how our brains work. That's why I'm so excited about my book that's coming out, which is going to be covering this whole thing. I'm going to be talking in depth about each of these letters, as well as I'm going to be talking about things like our health and our energy levels. I'm going to be talking about how to clean and organize your computer with your 13 pillars. I'm going to be talking about so many things around ADHD, from overcoming obstacles and really getting started with all the things that you need to do. So it's in the works. I'm literally writing it right now. It is very early, but I have the entire book mapped out and I'm so excited about it. I hope this video was helpful for you to kind of understand what are the things that you need to think about as you're deciding which tool to use. I might do some further videos again more specifically on Notion, but I just wanted you to kind of start to think about, okay, what do I need Notion for, and is this the right tool for me? Anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!